Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Hey, what up? What up? Well, anyway, yes, I'm gonna go there. Ha! That gave me time to get ready. Perfect. On air trill time. Trill time, chill time. For real deal time. You know the deal time. Yeah, this one that wears stars. You can't say that out loud. You can show it all day, but you can't say it out loud. Why they do it like that, man? Why they do it like Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We gonna keep it slow. We gonna keep it slow. You know what? That would be nice. Let's have some tunage. Yeah. Mother sounds. Background music is what we're looking. Is this me? Sometimes it's hard to remember the stuff you make. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling that. I can have some conversation with that in the background. Right, right. Wow. Drill business in this joint. Drill business in this joint. Peace to you. Okay. This is how we gonna do this. If you're digging what a brother shoveling. Just go with it. I feel it gives an appropriate, I don't know, late 80s, early 90s club atmosphere. I mean, you put the voice of your choice, whatever was popping back then around that time frame. Yeah, I mean, oh, you know what? You having internet issues or I'm having it. I don't okay. Never mind. Blink 2 times if you hear me. you don't necessarily you don't necessarily gotta feel me. Yeah, I mean, just as long as you can hear, brother. Wow. Let me see if technology can make a difference. Slow some folks down to see them all. This one be very race. Good old partner. Maybe. Hate to use the powers. I'm using the powers. These are the powers. Sometimes you must claim the powers. Let's see what that does there. Watch out now. Okay, my hands is moving when I move them too. Okay. All right. That might have did the trick. Okie dokie. When you got a bunch of different devices pulling on the same Wi-Fi, you know what I mean? It gets kind of rough. It gets kind of rough. You know, you got like 3, 4 cell phones, laptops, pads, you know what I mean? Not to mention the televisions, gang systems. Bruh, it'd be tired after a while, you know what I mean? Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Because the sooner I get started, the sooner I can get done. I ain't got to be out here long. Like you saw on the pub and whatnot, it was just like 2 books that I had read. Because, be honest with you, I'm about at a point where I'm gonna be done with the LCS here in a minute. You know what I mean? It's like they ain't carrying nothing I can't order. And then they get it a week later all the time. I mean, I know it probably ain't no fault of theirs, but you know, brother got to have his comics if I'm gonna do reviews on time and whatnot. You fulfill me. You know what I'm saying? Just frustration is all. I don't want to go on no rant and say nothing bad about nobody. But a fact is a fact that shit is late and I'm concerned. That's all. And I was about to say, y'all better act y'all age, not your shoe size. Anyways, uh, That was weird. Oh my goodness. That was very, very, very weird. Um, okay. I may have to look into some of these strange fluctuations I am getting in my tricorder reading. If you dig that reference, I will be analyzed. On the anywho, yeah, is it still black? You can't see me? Am I here? Bruh man, I'm back. I'm back in full effect. Look, see me. I'm right here. Look, bro. Eyeballs. Never know what you're gonna get on a live, huh? Sometimes you might get the black screen, the other times you might get okay. So it's that much? Okay. All right. Now not much time I'm dealing with. Uh okay. Okay. All right. It's us in here. All right. Um this one right here. Want to get it out the way. Um probably that one number one. Um probably engineering for sure. um, the heart told them to choose their final form because this was finna be it. So he feel like the best chance he had against Lex Luthor was Jason Blood. First of all, that's a ballsy move considering you don't even know what form Lex Luthor is going to take. So kudos to you, Jason Blood, for having a great big beach ball size cojones. Yes, sir. You are showing up. I see what you said. By my clock, you only a minute behind what Kamoyo type. So we good. Tea. This tea is for real wild berry tea. I ain't got no sugar in it or nothing. It's just the wild berry tea. And I'm kind of digging it. I ain't even gonna front. But anyway, Lex Luthor is already down in hell when Etrigan get there. So for me reading that, the question became, just like the title said, what did Lex Luthor sell his soul for? If Lex Luthor already ain't got a soul, that means, he sold his soul to Necron or somebody of that nature. What was it? What did he do? Because he's able to take on the demon Etrigan. That's the form he chose. Lex Luthor Etrigan. What Jason Blood gonna do with that? So that was, to me, that was kind of a rollover. if you will, that just kind of led him to be able to move on to the next round, if nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess in the crux of everything, hang on. Yo, Groovy, what's up, man? What's up? What's happening? What's popping with ya? We just in here, man. I'm talking about this it's Lex Luthor versus the Demon, which is actually a Superman comic, Superman number 33. I will be full transparency. I have no idea what's going on in the pages of Superman. Period. That being said, I'm here for the battles. You understand? I don't care what's going on in the regular continuity of these books. I'm just here for the brawl, man. That's it. That's what I'm here for. If you want to know anything, I mean, there's a tertiary kind of storyline going with Grodd and Booster Gold possessed with an aspect of dark side, if that's what's going on. Hey, Grand Madam, how you doing, girl? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all up in here tonight. But basically the bottom line, if you want to, know all the deets, go to the video I did earlier this week of the same name, Lex Luthor and Demon. Now, the art in this comic I like, because I was just talking to somebody today, and I recognized the art, and I like the art because it's done by Hayden Sherman, who does, wait for it, Absolute Wonder Woman. I knew there was a reason I liked the way that the art looked, because it's that same kind of, it looked like it could be like a 1940s poster kind of art. You know what I mean? I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. It's cool. I know, but nothing. It's cool. I like it. I like the art. This is one image that I really thought was cool. If you do not know what is going on in this picture, that is a mother box opening a boom tube on the demon's face. Damn. That's the kind of stuff you have going on, because you can murk them however you want to murk them, is what I've come to see. I seen Harley Quinn jump off of a stack of boxes with a mallet and hit Zatanna dead center in her gut. That could probably kill you, because it would rupture. Yeah, with a big old mallet. Yeah, that would. I'm scared thinking about that. But anyway, I feel like because it was Superman's comic, they focused more on Lex Luthor overcoming the demon with intellect versus the resources he have at his disposal is tricking him. I'm outsmarting you. You getting what you want, but I'm getting to move on in the contest to be the King Omega. And do we want a bad guy to be the King Omega? Wouldn't that just be replacing what you got right now? Or, I don't know. It is. maybe it's imperative that a a hero win so that this energy or whatever it is can be redirected. No, he is brought onto the scene simply to brawl and crowd control. That's about the long and the short of it. No, he wasn't. But I mean, it could be argued. You know, Lex Luthor said, "I let you win that first one." Did you really, Lex? Or what? I mean, he knew he had another life coming, so I guess I'll be on my A game in my next life. And we're being literally literal with that their statement. So, I don't know. There's a lot of y'all that's on here now, but earlier I was talking about the I don't know if New Comic Day is Wednesday. Shouldn't when you walk in the store the new comics be out on Wednesday? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Ain't that what that meant? And most of the time, I've been able to get my new comics on Wednesday. I apologize, y'all, that I just that I went on a rant for no reason, but it just you can't keep negative energy pent up inside you. You know what I mean? And I don't like, having to, because I mean, I've dealt with that place for the better part of what, 20, 30 years? Damn. And I'm feeling like I might not want to F with y'all no more. You know what I mean? That's a serious statement, for me to say I'm willing to have all of my new comic enjoyment collecting be done outside the auspices of an LCS. Yes, a substantial amount of income they could stand to lose on top of that. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but we go where we are appreciated, not tolerated. And if you can't do a simple thing like get your stuff out on time, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If do I have to start calling it New Comic Thursday? You know what I mean? Just saying. How you gonna have a new comic Wednesday and you don't get no new comics on Wednesday? I'm laughing, but I am so not pleased about that. You know what I mean? I went into LCS, man, and they just had slots laid out where the comic's supposed to go on Wednesday. Wednesday. What you say, Grand Madam? It was the snowstorms. You making excuses for them. That is just, if I'm getting through it, they getting through it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got the, you know what I'm saying? I'm just in a little SUV. I ain't out here in no big F-150 or rocking them like that. Point being, if I can't get it on time, I can't get it on time to y'all. I mean, if it come in the time and it come in, you there to see? Are you there to hear my take on the story, or are you just here to hear about the story? Speaking of which, like that werewolf Kamoya, look at him out. Look at him out. His mouth go, rah, ha, ha. Shit. I told you I got a few. Is that where I had? You looking at D real funny. Might have to hurt you. Anyway, I'm gonna pull up the visual for this. And we can get into it. Pull it out now. Just for, I'm gonna see if it was just a shooty pewter glitchy. Okay. See, you ain't bored. You know what I'm saying? I got a little beat slapping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can just kind of chill and take till I get, everything. And I believe everything is everything. Let's talk about this right. Word? That was funny. Anywho, Black Panther in Jungle Action issue number 21. All right, I'm peeping in here with y'all. Now, this one here is like the penultimate, I guess, ultimate in the saga of Black Panther having his little run-in down in Atlanta, which I don't get that people don't get how apropos that is and how woke Don McGregor was. I can't say enough about the man's writing. You had the Black Panther taking on the Klan in Atlanta, Georgia. Do you see the symmetry of the elements in that story? That's the part that I'm just like, yeah, Don can come to the barbecue because I want to pick his brain. I want to know what he was thinking when he came up with this dynamic right here. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the Black Panther in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where Monica Lynn going to be from. She from Georgia. That's where we going to put the next story arc right after all of this Panther rage with the Killmonger situation is over. You know what I'm saying? And what I like about this T'Challa, and really is the defining part of this particular comic. The issue before this, T'Challa gets overwhelmed by a bunch of clans, and they tie him to a cross and set it on fire. No vibranium weave. You feel me? No vibranium weave. Just T'Challa on fire. And he was literally, They had said his suit was here. I got I got the essential, so I can show you, you know, what my man was dealing with. Um, all right, it's that much fire. Hang on, let me turn that. Bam! You see, because it's black and white. That's him on the cross. That's him burning on the cross. Then when he decided to do something about it, and those images, those are the images I grew up seeing of T'Challa as a youngster, because this was, you know, one of my earliest introductions to him. Outside of like these Avengers story where they fight in the Zodiac and a couple other joints like that, and that's how I got, you know, associated with him. Bruh, he broke the cross off and ran into the woods with it. Now, what's going on in this storyline is Monica Lynn ends up coming home to investigate the murder of her sister. Okay, long story short, turns out her sister worked for this dragon circle, I think they were called. That was like a organization inside of an organization, but independent of that organization. You just had to follow all of that through Marvel Premiere and the last couple issues of the Black Panther comic, the Kirby run, which with Jerry Bingham started, you know, to do stuff with it and took over. It got better. It got better towards the end. If it had been more like it was towards the end, if it had, yeah. Anyway, this was before that, you know, where you had this really definitive art being drawn by Billy Graham, rest in power, and a whole lot of people don't know that Jungle Action run back in the 70s was drawn by a woke Caucasian man and drawn by a black man. I don't know how much more black history I can be. This the book I be effing with. And it was one, like I said, this was one of my earliest introductions to T'Challa, was seeing this. And it's like, he the hero? He sure do get beat up a lot in his own book. Where the lie at? He was, you know, getting drugged and tied to water wheels and and getting dropped out the sky, and man, a whole Jungle Action Panthers rage. He crucified on thorn bushes and sitting out in the Arctic cold, and just like you said, he was going through it. That's fun. Like, man, he went through that. That's my point. He went through that. Most heroes ain't never got to deal with that. He got through. I mean, he got a little help, you know, because he got them resources, but he got through it. And that, like I said, hell yeah, he used to go through it in a major way. That's why I laugh when kids say some generic white hero would beat T'Challa without the suit. T'Challa was that was back in his alligator wrestling, rhinoceros tackling, snake beating, Tyrannosaurus Rex tumbling days. Okay, that was before he did all that before the weed. Punched a dinosaur man in the face and dodged getting hit with his spiked tail. That was him back in the day, fighting zombie vampires. They got zombie vampires? Yes, they got zombie vampires. So, yeah, folks that say that don't know nothing about the character. He was dealing with tougher stuff than your hero done ever dealt with in their career, just in jungle action. I would say the only other character came close was maybe Matt Murdock, maybe Logan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that Weapon X, that was on superhuman stuff, so maybe that don't really count. This is one of the moments where we like, all right, we claiming peak human today. But anywho, basically, that what I was telling y'all about earlier, that's the mystery that unravels. But while they're doing the legwork and finding out and putting two and two together for T'Challa, Monica stayed by his side and bandaged him and healed up his wounds while his, regenerative thing kicked in, because he was up and about, the next day he just had bandages on. So it's like, yeah, you got to heal from the burn and all of that type thing. So, and we ain't seen no pictures of him since with no burns on his back. So he must have healed from it. One can only reason. See, what happened? What had happened was Angela was messing with this dude. That's Monica's sister name, Angela. Angela was messing with this dude. And the dude was involved in some things. I guess that's the best way you can put it. And turned out he was involved with some things with some dirty cops, and that all kind of factored in. Them dirty cops happened to be, you guessed it, the Klan. So not only did Don McGregor tell a multi-layered story, he told a story that if you took out the Black Panther part, that could be a real life story. There's one for you to marinate on. So many things I would love to ask Don McGregor. So many things. But bottom line, they're unraveling all of this, and there's actually a whole page in here where they showing a Klan rally. I had never seen such things and did not know that's what went on at Klan rallies. Can I say Klan? What are you supposed to call it? The K word? It's so many codes, man. Nowadays, it's stuff you can't say, and you can say this, but you can't say that, but you can't say it between 12 and 5. You know what I mean? Bruh, just defund me, if it's all of that. I don't mean that. Don't defund me. I'm playing. Anywho's, bottom line, the Black Panther pulled up to the meeting. He pulled up to the meeting and he told them, hey, these people y'all been talking to is feeding y'all a bunch of lies because they did this with this, that, and the third, and now they try to burn me up. But I owe them a couple of licks for the other night and proceeds to run the fade on the clan. Boom, boom, baby, bap, 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 tossing them around two at a time, swoop, jumping on a crane, swinging on it, and it's again very beautifully illustrated by the great Billy Graham. This page over here. Check out that Black Panther. You know, he looks sleek and slick, and I like. You know what I'm saying? And he, dude, Billy don't get enough credit for the images that he produced and left us with. But I guess in the commotion, T'Challa's senses are focused elsewhere. So one of these fellows gets the drop on him and is about to shoot him. But fortunately for him, Monica Lynn Daddy is there with a deck of cards and shoots him in the cat's face like Gambit or somebody. So I thought that was pretty cool. And before he could turn the gun on Monica Lynn Daddy, yeah, T'Challa came in, delivered one on him. Foot to the back of the head instead of the face. Yeah, kicked him in the back of his head, which more than likely, if somebody kick you in the back of your head, that'll knock you out. Especially if they come and and get a full extension on and full force transference to the back of your dome. Might hurt you, you know? Might leave you something. Lloyd Lynn. He one of the people that okay, that is good to know. We're gonna get through this together. I appreciate y'all. Lloyd trying to get answers about who unalived his daughter. So I can see why Lloyd will be there. But Lloyd invites Monica and her new king boyfriend over to the house to have dinner. That one, ladies and gentlemen, will be another issue for the telling because that's the issue where we introduce you to the Soul Strangler. And hopefully we got a much better connection next time. That is it. I'm done. This is going to be a short one tonight, 46 minutes. Oh my goodness gracious. I can go get ready for other things. Look here, Rock With Me Nation. I appreciate y'all. Hold up, let me turn this music off. You know what I'm saying? When company getting ready to leave, you turn the music down. All the black people understand where I'm coming from. I turn the music because yeah, your mama got to let you know. Hopefully I'm gonna check the replay out and see if it had all of these issues on it. But I'm gonna get at y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all pull up Thursday. I got some talking issues. Yes, absolutely. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes to that. Yes. Sure enough. Faux show. But look here, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get up. I appreciate y'all pulling up. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Y'all make sure y'all pull up Thursday. Ooh. I would. Ain't no sense in me hating. I would. But see, now they'll probably do it because they listening. They always listening. Look at y'all. All right, let me get up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all pull up on Thursday. How many times I'm gonna say that? As many times as I need to. Y'all make sure y'all pull up on Thursday. I'm out. Love, peace, and hair. Great.